The Twin Valley Locker Room Show brings you inside Clay Center Tiger Wrestling. The Locker Room Show is powered by Pulse Internet. All your devices, one superior connection. And joined by the head coach of the Clay Center Tiger Wrestling program, Brandon Pigorish, coming off of two early events, a home duel against Chapman, and then this past weekend, the duels tournament at Riley County, where you guys had a really strong performance, a fifth-place finish as a team, got a lot of matches in, and you told me before we came on camera that you felt really good about the improvement from Thursday to Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. Thursday night we wrestled Chapman in a home duel. I lost a close one. I wrestled some good matches, but just kind of found some things that you're going to find as a coach early in the season that you need to fix. And Saturday I thought we did well at fixing some of those issues. The team came out and fought hard. We had some tough competition. Lost our first two duels of the day. We lost a close one to Emporia, and then Bonner Springs handled us pretty good. A real good team there, so credit to them. And then after that, we got it rolling. We went 1-3 in a row. We were able to beat Shawnee Mission East, able to beat Smoky Valley, and then able to beat Riley County. So happy with the finish on the day there, going 3-2, 3-3 on the season as a young team, and where our experience level in as a coach, I'm really happy.
And you finished well, getting fifth place, but you also finished that duel well. You know, Logan MacDonald has had a lot of matches in his young career. He's just a sophomore, guys, that has come down to his match. And it's almost unfair to some of those heavyweights, you could say. Well, he turned the tables and he got it done for you guys. That's got to be a huge confidence builder for him.
It is because, you know, and like you said, he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders. And being a young guy and as a freshman last year, it was nice having some upperclassmen that were, you know, right in front of him in the lineup because they could kind of gauge it for him and help him out a little bit with the end result of the team score. But, you know, this year it's not quite the case. We got some younger guys in some of those upper weights, and we're even open at the weight before Logan. So every time he steps out there, it might be the duel on the line. And so for him to go out there and execute the way he did, and the whole day he wrestled really well, but that last match was a really big one. And just for him to get that confidence as a young wrestler and as a young athlete, that's a great thing. And to see his face, you could tell you know, there was some growing confidence there, and so very excited for Logan, for him to get that done and get that win, and hopefully he'll continue to grow from here.
Let's talk about Gavin Ware, a little bit undefeated on the season, #1 ranked coming in at 195. People expect a lot from Gavin. He expects a lot of himself. Talk about his progression into this season a little bit.
Gavin, you know, as from a coach's standpoint, he's everything you want in an athlete. He's got good physical tools, he's very coachable, and he's got a motor. I mean, the guy just keeps on coming. And so, as a coach, it's great to have him. So far in the season, and we've talked about it, you know, guys know what he does. He's #1 guy, he's got a target on his back, so guys are going to try to counter what he does well. And so we've been working on other things, you know, to get around that when guys, you know, are expecting a fireman's carry or expecting, you know, certain moves. Gavin's got an arsenal now that he's working on, so he can kind of get away from some of his best moves that guys are going to expect from him and do some other things, and he's been doing that. He's been trying new things, so he's been doing well. Guys are going to wrestle to keep it close with him, and so he's been, you know, wrestling to combat that as well and to try to get some points, you know, in different places than he has before. So seeing some growth from him, and as the season goes, he's going to just keep getting better.
Don't you think this team in general, being young, even though you've got some senior leadership, we just talked about Gavin Ware, but a young team with experience, yes, but you expect this team to just have a curve that goes up and up through the year?
Oh, yeah, this team's got a good ceiling, you know, in terms of where they can get to by the end of the season. Some of them have wrestled before, which helps. They haven't wrestled quite at the level of high school and the maturity and strength level of, you know, wrestling some 18-year-old men. But that will grow, and just, you know, figuring out ins and outs of good techniques. We're trying to break some bad habits from, you know, that the kids have just got accustomed to through youth sports, which happens in everything. And so we're trying to get them to get past those things, and they're doing a great job so far, and they're learning and then catching on quick.
Let's talk about the week ahead for the Tigers. Another busy week. Thursday, back at home. 2 early home events, and then the big invitational, and then a long time on the road. So if you had a chance to get out and see the Tigers at home, this would be a great week to do it. Let's talk about Thursday against Wamego.
Next week.
That's next week?
Yep.
I'll edit that out.
Okay. I think it's next week.
Okay, my bad. I had it on my calendar. It was this week. Okay. Actually, let me back up and start from. Let's talk about the week ahead. Clay Center Tigers have another big week on tap, and if you want to get out and see the Tigers, they have a long road trip ahead as the season goes along before senior night there when Concordia comes in later on. You get Wamego at home as well this year, but let's talk about the Invitational, one of the great one-day tournaments really across the state of Kansas.
Yeah, Saturday should be a good tournament. We have 11 teams coming in from across the state, from 1A to 6A. Got a lot of good talent coming in. It's a great day just for wrestling within the community. It's kind of Friday is our junior high league meet that we host, which is awesome. And then turn around Saturday, gear up for the Clay Center Invitational. I believe it's the 55th annual this year. So it's been a great tournament for a number of years. We get new teams this year coming are El Dorado and Perry LeCompton are coming in. It would be nice to see El Dorado as they're being in our regional this year. Right. So it would be nice to see them. And we're looking forward to some matchups just to watch as a spectator, seeing some of the top-ranked kids from 3A battle one of the top-ranked kids from like a 5A or a 6A. So it should be exciting. Starts at 9 a.m. Usually runs all day long. We try to showcase the finals if possible. But yeah, we bring in some great teams, and we're looking forward to it.
A lot of mats out on the floor, and a lot of matches going on, and really a great day of wrestling Saturday at the Invitational. This coming Saturday, they start at 9 a.m., the Tiger Invitational. Let's look ahead a little bit. I know it's a long ways off, but you now know where the regional is going to be. It was announced last week. It'll be at the NCKL's Abilene Cowboys home.
Yeah, Abilene has a new facility, so they get called on to host. I'm sure they do a great job with their athletic events, especially wrestling. It's a good community to buy into that. So we're looking forward to it. Get to see some new teams this year in the regional. Marysville dropping down to or going up to 4A from 3A. We've got them in our regional now, and then we lost the traditional Colby, Goodland, Scott City. They moved down to 3A, so we've kind of had Marysville shuffle in there, and then we've pulled some teams from south, being Andale and El Dorado, coming into our regional this year. So it should be a little bit of a shift. Definitely always going to be competitive with most of our league schools being in there, but excited to see where we're at by that time of the year. I'm hoping we're wrestling at our best.
And I say a long time, once you get past Christmas break, you're in January, and then you're a month away. Yeah, so it happens so fast every year. Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Best of luck this weekend. Get out and see the Tigers. They're Invitational this Saturday at the Den. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Coach Brandon Pagorsh with us on the Twin Valley Locker Room Show.